Blake Rosnowski here in Madison, where we are still on scene of a massive apartment fire off of North Dupont Avenue. I'm going to step out of the way here because you can see we still have a heavy presence of crews here on scene. It does appear that they have gotten some of these flames under control at this point, but still very smoky, still a very full scene with tons of crews blocking part of North Dupont Avenue here at the Dupont Avenue apartments. But you can take a look from just a little bit earlier this morning where you can see just how serious those flames were this morning as that apartment went up in flames. Crews have been out here for getting close to 2 hours at this point. I was just speaking to somebody who lives in these apartments, and he tells me that he was woken up by a smell, and then that one of his neighbors came banging on his door to wake him. He and one of his roommates and his son all were able to get out okay. At this point, it's unclear, though, whether or not everyone got out okay or how many people have been affected by this at this time. We are still working to talk to some of the crews here on scene to get some more details on what exactly happened, how many people are affected, how many apartments are affected. And as soon as we know more of those details, we'll be sure to pass it along. But for now, we're going to send it over to Nick, who's in the newsroom. He's got some more details on this complex here. Nick, what do we know so far?
Yeah, exactly, Blake. Trying to get a little more background on this unit here to get a handle on exactly how and why all this went down. We can take a look at Sky 5, or Skycam rather, from up there to show what it looks like right now. And yeah, this is Sky 5. We know that this unit was built, or this complex, back in 1977. As we've seen, it's 2 stories. All of the units in there, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. So not huge units. There's smaller individual ones. This, of course, is across the street from Madison Park. As you just heard Blake say, she heard one individual who lived there saying that he was woken by someone knocking on the door and the smell of something burning. The question we're trying to get to now is, what was the status of sprinkler systems or fire alarms in that building? Were they installed properly? Did they operate correctly? Were they in there? Again, back 1977 is when this unit was built. So we'll continue to look into that right now. But that's a little background on what those folks were living in and what that area is like. We'll send it now back up to the studio and Rebecca.